Jen, a couple days ago, President Biden was in Michigan, and he was thanking Congresswoman Rashida Tlaib for the passport into her district. Now she is supporting legislation that would release all federal prisoners within 10 years. Would the president ever support that?
Well, the president did enjoy visiting Michigan and visiting Congresswoman Tlaib's district, but let me be absolutely clear. The president does not support abolishing prisons. He does not support defunding the police. He thinks measures like that will make us less safe, and he would not support legislation that includes it. What he does support is effective and accountable community policing and a fair justice system, and he supports investment in public health, education, the environment, housing, community-based programs. But he knows there are steps, and he believes there are steps that we know are going to reduce crime and make our neighborhoods safer, but that is not one of them in his view. Go ahead.
Thank you, Tim. Two questions, if I may. The State Department is urging Americans to leave Ethiopia, now that commercial flights remain available. You have to leave now. Now is the time to leave. Two State Department officials said yesterday the military will not be deployed for mass evacuation. Should we consider that diplomacy has failed or is failing in Ethiopia?
The president, the State Department is simply conveying directly to American citizens who wish to depart that they need to do so while commercial airlines are still up and functioning. I got to just keep moving because we're going to run out of time. Go ahead.
I'm sorry.
No, I have to just keep going on. Go ahead.
You announced yesterday that 95% of federal workers who are covered under the president's COVID vaccine requirement have complied. I'm curious about which agencies have the highest compliance rate and which have the lowest.
The good news, if you're working tomorrow, is that OMB is going to release a chart that gives you all of this sort of data tomorrow. They just needed a little bit of time to compile everything together, but we'll have that out tomorrow, and you'll see for yourself.
Do you know if that data will specify how many people at each agency requested a religious exemption and how many got one?
There are exemptions for a variety, not just religious exemptions. There are a couple of reasons for exemptions that is all done through HR. I haven't seen the exact chart or data, so I can't preview that for you, but we will be putting that out through OMB tomorrow. Go ahead.
Just to look ahead on this issue of gas prices, when OPEC Plus meets next week, is the White House still calling on them to increase production to ease pressures in the longer term? Is that the big picture?
Well, as I conveyed earlier, they have committed to, I believe I said, about 400, if I'm correct here, let me just get it right, release an additional 400,000 barrels, I assume, and our hope and expectation is that they will continue and abide by that commitment.
How worried are you that this announcement today could backfire and actually get them to say we're not going to increase production at all?
Again, we are communicating directly with them. I'm not going to speak for them. As you know, they have a meeting next week, and we have been in close contact with them for months now, conveying and advocating for an increase in supply, a release of supply to meet the demand. But also, we have been very clear that we would take actions if needed as well.